Hey, and welcome back to Bourbon Blind, where the guys drink what y'all pick. So please leave me a comment in the comment section. Your bottles will be there. I promise I'm going to get there. We have bottles right now in the house. We have bottles on the floor. We have bottles on our floor of our house. And I think there's even like 120 to 300 bottles at the office. So I have no clue where the bottles are. And I'm sneaking them slowly but surely into corners of the studio while the guys are around and not noticing what I'm doing. So tonight's bottle is going to be, I saw this on the floor, ironically enough, and I was like, this is the coolest bottle ever. It is the American Barrels Kentucky Bourbon. Don't know much about it, except that there's a snake around it, and I thought that was really cool, and some rope. And what's the proof on it? It's 86 proof, and obviously it's out of Kentucky. So, Owensboro. Produced by American Barrels at Owensboro, Kentucky. No clue. But thought it was cool. Hadn't seen it before. I think Kyle's been buying bottles. He probably went to Elixir. That was a nice cork top. Probably went to Elixir at some point and bought the whole store. Because that's what Kyle likes to do. So if you haven't seen our show before, the guys are going to taste whiskey that they don't know what it is. They're going to give you flavor notes and what they think it tastes like. And then they're going to tell you what they would pay. And I skimped out on a pour. What they're going to pay to get that bottle into their bar. So if you like what you see tonight, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. If you don't like what you see, go ahead, tell me in the comment section, because hate mail is still mail. If you love what you see, go ahead and check out Patreon. We have all sorts of cool stuff over there. Shirts and bottles and glassware, some other fun stuff. So go check that out. With that, oh, forgot about Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, come on over to the Bourbon Blind Nation and come hang out with some really amazing guys. There's no politics. There's no junk. All we do, we talk bourbon 24/7, pretty close to 24/7. So every once in a while, there's something else that's not quite bourbon, but it's pretty much bourbon 24/7. With that, I'm going to go get the guys. They're going to drink some bourbon, and we'll find out how they like the American Kentucky. I can't remember if it was bourbon or whiskey. One or the other. Oh, American Barrels Kentucky Bourbon. There we go. Cheers.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bourbon Blind. I'm Kyle.
I'm Mick.
We have Mick here with us for another week. Awesome to have you back, sir.
Pleasure to be here.
You guys know what's up. We taste whiskey. We don't know what it is. We give you a price tag to be willing to pay for a bottle without that hype with label because, let's face it, hype sucks, but FOMO's real. So how many bottles have you bought recently because of FOMO?
Don't tell my wife. More than I should have.
I also have paid for more than I should have. We were talking about this before. I've passed up on a lot of bottles recently in the last couple of weeks because I was like, someone's like, hey man, you need a bottle of this? I'm like, I do, but I have spent well more than my fair share recently on buying bottles.
I know the feeling. I did the same thing. I was coming back from North Carolina and I said, unless I find something like some Stag Junior or something I can't find, I'm not buying anything on the way home. And the first shop I stopped at, they had Stag Junior.
So you're like, well, I have to now. I'm obligated to. I said I would. I'd be rude if I didn't buy it.
You'd just be wrong.
Right. So anyway, let's get in here. you guys know what's up. In the new studio, because of you Patreon people, still have the mics in here because don't have shelving up yet, but it's coming. We need to get paint on the walls first, and then shelving, and we should be rock and roll, man. We need to get the old bar finished.
Yeah, get the other half of the bar in. It's twice the length of this one.
Yep, that's going to be awesome. Oh my gosh, that is... I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
It's... You get like that, the vanilla and like some custard creme brulee, but there's almost like a, I don't want to say astringent, but almost like a chemically taste or smell. Like,
Now, it's almost like if you have a little, like a moonshine
Right.
smell or a, I'm almost getting a little tequila. Like, I wonder if it's finished.
like that peppery tequila kind of.
Yeah.
I could totally see that.
Not in a bad way.
That is
It's just different.
a peppery tequila. That's.
Definitely peppery.
I'm getting less on the medicinal now, and
Maybe a little straw. Oh.
yeah,
This is interesting. I wonder if the palate's anything like the...
I don't know. I'm gonna find out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's find out.
It's creamy.
It's creamy, little nutty.
Like I don't even know how to put that.
Young, maybe?
I'm not getting like that dusty cornfield on it.
Mm-mm.
There's something in here that I don't know how to put into words. Like
It has a lot of sweetness to it
it does for sure.
on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
I think the palate's actually better than the nose was.
Creamy, vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon.
Yep.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Um,
You say that the same way we say it in New Zealand. Cinnamon.
cinnamon. And that's. I'm going back to that like apricot from last week.
Yep.
Totally different bourbon. Very different on the nose and palate, but it's got that like
Light fruit.
almost like
crispy
a
type
almost
fruit.
like a dried apricot.
Mm.
That concentrated apricot. I don't know what to make of this.
Either. This one's going.
I'm gonna taste it and add a little bit of water.
A lot of vanilla.
We'll see what that does. Give it a little gentle swirl.
Let's try that. See if it opens up a little bit.
Kind of killed the nose.
It did kill the nose.
Very
Not
sweet.
getting a lot there at all now.
More on the sweetness side now. But like, I don't know what to make of this, guys. I really don't. Like,
I'm thinking it's quite young.
it very well could be.
It's not that it's overly oaky or anything like that. It's just
Like I don't get that moonshine taste on it. I don't get that like dusty cornfield that I get on like a lot of really young 6-month bourbons. But at the same
Right,
time,
right.
like it definitely doesn't taste well aged.
okay. I think the nose is a little better now.
I don't get that astringent medicinal
No.
smell that I did before.
No, it's definitely settled down.
More peppery on the finish. Almost like a white pepper on
Yes,
the finish.
Yeah.
Like not black pepper, but white pepper. Like that very subtle, peppery kind of. You guys know what white pepper tastes like.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Go back to the
straight up caramel on the untainted
That
sample.
changed.
Straight up
It's almost
caramel.
like a different bourbon.
Wow. I almost said that's like a candied caramel. Like literally like those little caramel candies your grandmother has.
Oh, one with the little white, the little white spot in the
Yeah.
center. Yeah, little white swirl of vanilla.
Oh man. Straight up caramel. Wow. And like I said, I'm not getting that medically, that's a new word by the way.
No, it's not vitamins, not the Fred Flintstone vitamins at
Right.
all.
Which, for the record, I don't get the Flintstone vitamin on Dixel, but
Neither do I.
lots of people do. But
No, this needed to sit. It's definitely okay.
it really did. That is
The caramel
so much
there
better.
now is just
So much
center
better.
and front, and this is really smelling good.
Oranges.
It's citrusy.
Mm-hmm. Almost like orange pulp, not so much orange zest, like the heart of the orange.
Yeah, the sweeter navel type orange.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We used to have a navel orange tree in my backyard growing up. It was literally the best oranges ever. In Arizona.
There's trees in Arizona.
Oh, but it was the best oranges. All right, I'm going back in because this is totally changed for the better now that it's sat a little bit. Palate is still similar.
Very similar.
Nose got way
hangs
better.
around a little bit.
It does.
It's not a one and done.
Mm-mm. The nose got way better. Palate got, I'd say, a little bit better after sitting a little bit.
It doesn't have any oomph to it.
No. It tastes probably somewhere between 90 and 100 proof, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I will say that's. I'm probably in this $40 to $50.
I'm thinking the same.
It's a solid bourbon, solid whiskey, but there's just not. It doesn't have that oomph, like you said. There's not a lot there. There's not a ton of complexity.
Yeah, if I'm coming home and it's a couch one, you're just going to sit on your couch and just pour it, and you're just going to drink it and enjoy it and watch your favorite show on TV, and this is beside you. It's not offensive.
Right.
It's not something that you're going, oh, I need to think about this. It is. It's just I'd say this would be a great everyday drinker.
Great couch pour.
And it does get better. It opens up.
More of that caramel richness. I would say it's very thick.
Yep.
Super creamy.
Yep.
Much more of that caramel, apple, really light baking spice. What's it called? Not candied apples, but like when you saute apples in butter. You know what I'm talking about?
Sounds
Like
good,
that's what this tastes like.
There's a window or something. You're cooking us apples.
I will say my brother makes the best applesauce. He uses bourbon in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And he makes it nice and he makes it fresh from scratch. And he uses basically like a potato masher after they're cooked, and you get like chunks of apple in it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Now I can really taste it. Just,
They're making you hungry?
yeah. All right. I know what I'm doing tonight. Cook more apples.
Apple, butter, a little bit of brown sugar, done.
Yeah.
Saute pan.
Yeah, if I walked in and I was looking for a $30 bourbon, and that's what this is, I'd have no problem grabbing that off the shelf.
So is that your price? $30? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's totally fair. All right. Oh, I think I know what that is. You can do the honor, sir.
I don't know.
I'm a little impressed. I had to make sure. Yep.
Oh, Barrel Kentucky bourbon. That's a nice looking bottle though. With a snake on it.
Yep. The snake and the shell at the bottom.
Wow. I have had that before.
That's gonna make for some great B-roll.
We had a little get together. I think it was last year or the year before for my birthday. The year before, and some of the guys brought that around for me. And yeah, it was like we said, pick it up for $30. A decent bourbon to just sit there and not have to think about and just enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Very good.
One thing about the company, love it or hate it, they are unapologetically American. They are very pro-America, as you could probably tell by the snake.
Don't step on me.
That's right. So I will say the first time I tried this, and as you guys can see, I haven't had much of it. I literally just had a little bit of a neck pour. I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I think I was getting more of that medicinally astringent flavors on it, and I didn't let it sit and rest.
I could see that.
And you said this is out of Kentucky bourbon, 86 proof, 43%, and I think I paid this aged. Wow, okay, I think I paid what, $20-$30 for this.
I believe that's what it goes for. Yep.
Produced by American Barrels, Owensburg, Kentucky. Aged a minimum, what do you think?
4 years?
A year and a day.
Wow.
In new charred oak.
Wow.
That does not taste like a 1 year bourbon.
Nope.
You said it tasted young.
Yeah.
But I didn't get any of that like dusty cornfield like. Mm-hmm. I've had some bourbons and whiskeys that were super young. I've had some that are even 2 years old.
Yeah. If I taste White Dog, I get that same notes that I get from a from a White Dog.
Right.
It doesn't have the bourbon taste in there, and you get that. It's almost a tequila type note to it. Yeah. That was interesting.
Usually, so when it comes to really young whiskey, right?
Yeah.
I've had several that, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever. A lot of them I get this like really dusty cornfield note. And I didn't get that on here. But I will say like, I really feel like a lot of those would be better off as White Dog.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like White Dog is here and then they barrel it and it goes down here for like a year or two. And then after 3 or 4 years, it really starts
mellowing and starts building.
But at first you just get that like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff.
Nope.
I'm like, I would rather just drink the one with the White Dog and be happy with that. Cause,
me too. I'm the same way.
But for a year old, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Minimum of a year. So there could be older stuff in there.
Yep.
Just the youngest barrel.
It's mixed with
at least
mixed with 1 year bourbon. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, guys, I would absolutely buy that again.
Absolutely.
So just make sure you let it rest a good 10, 15 minutes.
You gotta love the snake around the bottom. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. So you guys, appreciate every one of you for sticking around this whole video. Absolutely love every one of you. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Patreon members, absolutely love every single one of you guys. You are magical at what makes the world go round. And for everyone else, we will catch you Friday, noon Central next week. Cheers. Drink
thumbs up.
We want to give a huge shout out to all of our Patreon people. Absolutely thank you. You guys are freaking magical. T-shirts at Teespring, link in the description.
Also, thank you to anyone who has ever supported us, whether that's either coming on a live, chit-chatting with us on a Thursday night, or if you just like to watch our episodes, we appreciate every one of you.
Until Friday, noon Central next week. Cheers.